We know that we have a massive mental health problem in this country. I'm here to argue that a lot of that has to do with our diet and specifically plastic. There was a new review that came out saying that one factor to this mental health crisis, specifically in young people, but I would argue also in adults as well, is the increasing exposure to neurotoxic and neurodisruptive chemicals in food and beverages that they consume. Now, obviously, there's lots of other factors, right? Income inequality is a really huge one. Having a 24-hour news cycle, the internet and social media, lack of in-person community, so specifically in this study, they're talking about microplastics, which are the physical particles of plastic that will break off, but also all of the chemicals that plastic brings in. Those are called endocrine disrupting chemicals, and literally they mess with the hormones in your body. You know what your hormones control a lot of? Your mood. Now, I've done many videos about how microplastics will actually disrupt the gut microbiome, right? Which is the bacteria that's in your stomach. Now, when your gut is disrupted, that impacts your mental health. This is something that we've known about for a long time. That's called the gut-brain axis. So when your gut and your stomach essentially is not in a good place, unbalanced, not only is your immune system lower, but your mood and depressive symptoms are worse as well. Those microplastics that we already know are bad for our brain, well, those microplastics bring in other chemicals that are also bad for our brain. It talks about agricultural and industrial chemicals like pesticide residues and heavy metals that are in the soil, as well as additives in ultra-processed foods, as well as packaging-derived contaminants. Unfortunately, our parents were exposed to lots of these harmful chemicals, and unfortunately, when a mother is exposed to these things, it can create genetic changes that will manifest themselves in the child. There have also been a number of studies showing that some of the additives in ultra-processed foods seriously disrupt our cognitive well-being. A lot of people know about artificial food dyes, but even when you take those artificial food dyes out, which we know also can contribute to ADHD-like symptoms and neuroinflammation, even with those taken out, there's still tons of additives in food that also show similar health harms. Ultimately, a really busy, overstretched family is going to have a lot of difficulty eating fresh and unprocessed foods. However, that is the key factor to helping improve someone's mental health, right? A lot of these things don't necessarily take a lot of money, but they may take a slightly more effort, right?